welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to master how to multiply and divide positive and negative numbers. I'm going to break it down step by step so it becomes super easy for you to follow. In my previous video, we looked at how to add positive and negative numbers. If you are still struggling with that, you can tap the video on the screen to catch up with that first, so this lesson becomes way easier for you. Now, we are going to take a step further by learning how to multiply and divide positive and negative numbers. But first and foremost, we need to understand the rules that guides how to multiply and divide. Once we understand those rules, I can assure you that this topic is going to be a whole lot easier for you. Let's dive into the video. Now, here are the rules you need to remember when multiplying positive and negative numbers. So, as we can see on the board, positive times positive gives positive, negative and negative gives positive, positive and negative gives negative, negative and positive gives negative. Here is the trick behind this. When the two signs that we are multiplying together happen to be the same, such as the first and the second case here, when the two signs are the same, our answer becomes positive. So when we are dealing with same signs, we have a positive result. But in the other two cases, when we are having different signs, where one is positive and the other is negative, when the signs are different, then our answer becomes negative. That is the simple trick behind this rule. Now, you need to understand that this same rule that is applicable to multiplication is also applicable to division as well. So let's take a practical example to explain this further. Now let's consider this example. So we have this for multiplication and we have this for division. But don't forget that the rule is applicable to both multiplication and division. So here we have 3 times 4 and we can see that both numbers are positive. So therefore our answer is positive 12. Now in this case, one is taking negative, the other is taking positive. So the signs are different. So therefore our answer becomes negative 10. And in the last example here, we have minus 6 and minus 3. So we can observe that the signs are both negative. The signs are the same. So therefore our answer becomes a positive, and that gives us positive 18. That is for multiplication. We are going to apply the same rule for division. So in this case here, we have 12 divided by 3. Both numbers are positive. So our answer becomes positive 4. In this case here, one is taking negative, the other is taking positive. So therefore, our answer is going to be negative. So 20 divided by 4 will give us 5, and that will give us negative 5. And in the last case here, we have minus 30 divided by minus 5. Both numbers are negative. So we are having both signs. So our answer becomes positive 6. So that is how simple it is. Now, I am going to give you another instance. I want to clarify when we are adding positive and negative numbers and when we are multiplying positive and negative numbers, because I have observed that a lot of students, they find it very difficult to understand when we are adding and when we are multiplying positive and negative numbers. Here we are going to clarify when to add and when to multiply positive and negative numbers. So I have discovered that a lot of students, they have difficulties in identifying when to add and when to multiply positive and negative numbers. So let's take a look at this. Consider the examples here and consider the examples here. So I made it easy in such a way that I am making use of the same numbers and the same signs. So So just for us to be able to clarify where we are adding and where we are multiplying. So in this case, we can easily say that we have -6 and +4. And in this case as well, we have -6 and +4. But we can easily say that here we are having a bracket, and here there is no bracket. So in cases where you don't see bracket like this, we are adding the numbers. And in the case where you find bracket like this, then just get to know that we are multiplying the numbers together. So in some cases, this positive sign may not be written there. It can just be -6 into bracket 4. It is still the same thing as +4. So I'm just putting this positive sign to differentiate where we are multiplying here and where we are adding here. So in this case here, if you follow our previous video, I told you that where the signs are different, what we just need to do is to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. We now consider the sign of the bigger number. That is the simple trick behind adding positive and negative numbers. So here, when you subtract 4 from 6, 4 is smaller than 6, subtract 4 from 6, what we have is 2, but the sign of the bigger number, which happens to be 6, is negative. So therefore, our answer here is -2. And in the same case here, -9 plus 13, different signs, subtract 9 from 13, what we have is 4, but the sign of the bigger number here is positive, so therefore our answer here must be positive. And in the last case, -2 -8, when the two signs are the same, we add both numbers together. 8 plus 2 will give us 10. We now retain that same sign that happens to be the sign for the two numbers. So here we have -10. So this is when we are adding positive and negative numbers. But in this case where we are multiplying the numbers together, because this bracket is telling us that we should multiply the two numbers together. So the rule of multiplication should apply here. Now, when you take a look at this, -6 multiplied by -4, so 6 times 4 will give us 24. So we should understand that since the two signs are different, our answer becomes -24. And in this case, 9 times 3 will give us 27. So the signs are different, negative and positive. Definitely our answer here becomes negative. And in the final case here, -2 multiplied by -8, you multiply 2 and 8 to have 16. And don't forget that when we are multiplying the two same signs together, our answer becomes positive. So this is just a clarification. So this is a clarification between adding and multiplying positive and negative numbers. So I want to believe you get this quite correctly. So I want you to try this and drop your answers in the comment section below. And I'm going to assure you that I will go through each and every of your comments and give you a clarification whether you are correct or not. Now let's take a quick recap. When we are multiplying numbers with the same signs, our answer becomes positive. When we are multiplying numbers with different signs, our answer becomes negative. And don't forget that this rule is applicable to both multiplication and division. And I also need to tell you that this rule is going to work for any number of any size. So we only consider examples with smaller numbers in this video to make it easily understandable to you. So get to understand that this rule is applicable to virtually any number of any size, as well as multiplication and division. Thanks for learning with me today. If you find this video helpful and you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to Mathstars, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming lessons. And hey, if you have any questions, drop them in the